Hi everyone, today is June 5, 2026. We're in the morning around 7:30 CEST. Looking at the markets today, we have a completely different picture than we had it yesterday. Today the markets are mostly flatlining as we got in this morning, and we hardly have any frame of reference. The only frame of reference that we have is this small move right here, where we actually attach to the 1x bearish channel, from which we then gradually move up. We will have a non-farm payroll news in the afternoon. And this is usually, this usually has a subduing effect on the market. So what you'll see, especially in the morning, around noon, in the beginning of the afternoon, usually you'll have either sideways movement or just erratic, kind of static. So a lot of volatility, but not much movement type of price action. This is usually my experience. And this kind of proves it. We have our range again right here. We're exactly, well, not exactly, but mostly in the middle between these two inflection lines, which really gives us this mid-air kind of feeling. We have no sense of direction really. I am thinking bearish more than I'm thinking bullish, but then that goes for the final movement. I cannot be entirely sure about the setup that will happen during the day, meaning that price could go up and kind of look for a line that it can attach to, for example, later in the day. I'm absolutely not ruling out the following scenario. I think it's actually the most likely scenario, where a 2x channel coming from an inflection line above us will come down, and that price action will actually attach to this line and then start its actual move. This is what I'm expecting will happen. So that for the beginning of the day, we will have gradual bullish price action. We will attach to this line and then kind of reverse. Maybe it will hit the top of our daily range, but I'm actually quite skeptical of this. I think if any, we will hit the inflection line right here, so around 116,250. And from there, it will take the bearish course and then walk along this this bearish 2x channel coming from, like I said, coming from the zones, one of the zones above us. All right. Then around the actual non-farm payroll event, I'm not exactly sure what will happen. I mean, maybe we can also draw the bottom of this channel right here. So this is the bottom of this channel. And as you can also see, I don't think there is great attachment. If we look at price movement, maybe we will have some reaction. That's interesting. I didn't see that. Look at that. So we do have a small retest here showing us that, okay, so I do acknowledge this channel actually. Okay, so then again, even if it's if price action acknowledged this channel, it probably first needs to find the top of this channel, which is this one right here. So, and the question is, how will it do that? So it can drop a bit and then find the top of this channel like this. So touching at the bottom of the, or at this top of the 1x channel, I should say, and then go down, or it can stay on top of this and then go down, or in the most extreme case, it could first even look maybe for the bottom of this channel, then go up, look for the top of this channel, and then gradually move down. So these are the kind of scenarios that could take place, though I don't know which one will actually fully unfold, simply because I have no frame of reference at this point. Since price is flatlining, I have no frame of reference. That's why I'd rather hold off from taking any positions and just sit out this price action until we actually hit the top of one of our channels or the bottoms. I mean, if you're risk hungry, then when price action hits the bottom of this channel, you could say, well, I'm expecting price to hit the top of this channel, so there could be a bit of price action up, but then all the price action could be is just this small trajectory, like this very small trajectory up and then going down. So, and those are also not big wins in the end. So, but that's, I guess, up to the trader to decide how risk hungry he or she is. If you're taking a position, for example, around this zone, then I would make it a small one. That even if it kind of flatlines before the actual position should be taken, not much is gained. But if it should go against you, also not much is lost. Right? That's my stance. All right, I'll probably get back to you later in the afternoon, since I don't think much will unfold until then. All right, you guys, we're back. So we were actually kind of lost this morning, and we kind of were in a loss with regards to orientation. And what I figured I'd try is just to go back in time and try to find some clues on, giving us some sense of direction and sense of orientation. So that's what I did. I basically took this line, pulled it back into the past, and surely I could simply draw it into the past and then put a rectangle around it. Okay. And at the bottom of this rectangle, so we basically just extended the rectangle up to this point. And it's great that we get a double confirmation here. So first off, on the steepness of the line, but also just to give us, to give our shape a perimeter. Yeah, here, two retests right there, and then price moving bullish from there. Okay, so, and this was actually our initial idea. So from this shape that you're seeing right here, that we would simply wait for price action to hit the top of this shape and to just take a position from there. So we took a small position here, thinking that price could potentially just switch into this bearish channel. So that idea failed, obviously. Price kept moving, and I was kind of at a loss in terms of orientation. I put in this 1x steepness line from this inflection line and this time separator, just to maybe give me some orientation, and also a 2x line coming from one of the inflection lines from a zone above us, and in the hopes of giving me a good entry position. Okay, so, and I thought I had a great entry here to the downside, so I actually took two positions. And then I figured, well, price is kind of moving past that. That wasn't so great. And I was thinking, I need some more orientation here. This just isn't that great. And I was again thinking of the rectangle method and how I've used it in the past. And this is the moment where I started painting the basically this rectangle, just copying it and then just extending it a bit upward. And this was the result. Okay, so all of a sudden we had this line as an orientation. So we had this line that failed, so it broke through, and now we have this line as an orientation. And I'm I was totally convinced that this line would hold. So we would see, some resistance coming from here, and then price reversing, and then obviously dropping into this 2x downward channel that we see here. So this is the bottom of the channel, the center, and the top of the channel. This is not an uncommon move to happen. So we're extending a bit. We're not really quite sure, like we're pushing up against this upper bound of the shape, and then we're being pushed down into the 2x channel in this case. Okay, this is not what happened. So price all of a sudden pushed up. Okay, and I was kind of confused as to what is happening. But I left my position in place because I was still convinced, okay, so maybe price is really testing this shape to see, okay, will it hold, and therefore it's just pushing up right here. Unfortunate, since I put the stop of these two positions relatively close, so that means that these two positions got burned. Okay. Price kept going, and as you can see, it's really nicely, of course, adhering to every line. Same thing here, it's retesting this one, and then using this 1x line to walk up, kind of test it to the upside. And we still had no real clear direction. I was actually glad that price started pulling back toward the geometric shape right here. But at the same time, it was also pulling back to the bottom of this 2x channel that you're seeing here. So if this is the bottom of the 2x channel going up, and this is the top, and this is the center of the channel, you could also see, okay, we're hitting the bottom of this channel. And this is where also our system still shows some ambiguities, right? So we cannot really be sure how to make a decision here. Do we close this position? This one, I mean, do we, open up a buy position simply because, we're hitting the bottom of the channel? Kind of like this if-else questions we sometimes ask ourselves when we have to make decisions, right? What is the state here? What do we do? Okay. I decided to not take a position since I had already lost basically 3 positions. And I also had a position here with a stop a bit higher, I think around 116,480, still in place. And I decided, no, I'm gonna stick with my original idea that this shape, so this rectangular shape that we started from in the morning, so this one extending back into the past, and then extending it upward, this was going to be the shape, this was going to be our idea for the day. And as you can see, it hit the bottom here, was testing, was then taken down by this line, which is a 2x steepness line going down. So basically another channel. It didn't quite hit that channel. And then the news event came in on 30 minutes past 2. Okay, so the initial move that we expected, this one, to basically drop into the 2x bearish channel, that didn't happen. It is actually what happened right here. So you see this one big jolt down. Of course, a lot of volatility. I was actually watching this move happen in real time, and you could see up until here, it was really strong volatility. I mean, there was, of course, a bit of hesitation and a bit of breaking at this stage, but then the first real hesitation came here, and like strong upward motion, surely because we hit these zones right here, kind of flicks around and pushes further to the midline of this 2x bearish channel, bounces off of that one a bit, and then it's moving to the bottom of our geometric structure. And since this is the point where we take profit at the point that we know, so this geometrical structure for me was a very good point to just simply take profit, even though we know that price could drop a bit below this channel, kind of walk down this channel a bit further and give us a few extra profits. But then again, this is a kind of risk I'm not willing to take. We had just one trade open, not two, and we still had an amazing profit. I think we were down about 1.5% after losing these 3 trades, like 1.5%, something like this. And then after this one, I think we were up by, I think this position did 7%, something like this. So we had a very strong up day. We could, of course, wait for this price action. On the same account, what could happen is that price, when hitting the bottom of this channel, very aggressively moves back up. You simply don't know what the geometry has in store in those cases. And you could be having diminishing returns, let's say, at that stage. We had some other day where we actually measured the bottom. So where it would bottom out, that worked quite well. In this situation, it would not have been possible. The day separator is around 2:30, and that's exactly the time where we had our news event. Well, not exactly, but roundabout. And it's pretty hard for like this chunk of time to find a good measuring point. So basically a center point to draw a radius from to any of the inflection lines to see your actual bottom. That's just extremely hard. Like you would have to go through these candles one by one and kind of maybe calculate some midpoints and try to, so that's just a lot of work, maybe for, just a small addition to our reward, right? So I absolutely believe that this is end of business, end of day, and that price will now, it will pull back a bit, kind of stay within this channel, maybe a bit further, but there isn't much more price action to be expected from this moment on. Okay, so just in summary, sometimes it can hurt you to have an idea and to stick with it, but in this case, it was actually the right thing to do. So the thing that happened here, let me just, where do I get a pencil? Oh my God, I don't know. Here, a brush. So this right here, all of this price action wasn't rational. I believe it was all emotional. So this was a rational thing happening because this is where the shape was holding. And this is, you see geometric movement, no question. But everything above this shape at this time, it's all kind of irrational. It's the market pushing price further than where it actually ought to be. That's what I strongly believe. We did follow these movements along these geometrical lines. And we didn't panic, so to say. We weren't lost. We knew where we were. And of course, we were taking a gamble at this point. So at the basically the bottom of the channel going up, on whether we should take a long position or stay in our short position. I think today we made the right decision to just stick with our initial idea. To leave this trade open and to just ride it out. All right. So thanks for watching. If you stick out to this point, like and subscribe our video if you subscribe to our channel, like our video if you like this content, or leave just a comment in the comment section below. If you want to learn more, just leave a comment. We'll get back to you. If you have any questions, do the same. And I hope to see you on the next analysis that we do. Thanks so much and stick with it. Bye.